While many people are feeling the sting of soaring inflation right now, it's actually less likely to hurt some retirees. Here to explain why is financial expert and author of the new book, Good Money Revolution, Derek Kinney. Derek, thanks for being with us this afternoon.
Hey, my pleasure, Jason. Great to see you.
So let's talk about retirees here today, Derek. Why are they less likely to be impacted by rising prices?
Well, here's what the research shows, that up until about age 80, they're spending less on transportation, which means they're not having to face those rising gas costs. They tend to eat out less, which saves them money on food. And if they do travel, oftentimes they travel with family, so they kind of bundle those expenses together. Keep in mind, everybody's situation is different, but generally that category, that age group of folks has been more immune to the inflation hit than most other people have felt.
That sounds good for them. Let's talk about Social Security, because I know that, a lot of people who are on fixed income right now have really been worried about this because they're seeing the prices go up. And again, their income is fixed. When it comes to Social Security, what does high inflation mean for retirees?
Well, this is where a retiree can really bank, because Social Security is paid based on the cost of living, or the consumer price index, meaning that if inflation stays where it is right now, about 9.1%, they might see an almost 9% increase to their Social Security next year. So while costs have gone up, their actual Social Security benefit might catch back up with them, assuming inflation stays high, and they may actually be cheering it stays high for that very reason.
I was going to ask you, so let's say that inflation starts to dramatically decrease next year after you've been given a pretty hefty Social Security increase. Again, that could make up maybe some of the tightness that a lot of people have felt this year.
That's right. And keep in mind, that is year by year. So let's say that at the end of this year it was at 9%. They get that 9% increase. Even if inflation drops down, they won't see their income drop until the following year.
Let's talk about people who are on a fixed income right now. What do they do, or what should they be doing if they haven't already done it, to protect their money that they do have?
Well, most people think about safety. They think about their checking account, savings account, and typically bonds is where most retirees think that income will come from. The problem is, though, with the yield curve doing what's called inverting, where long-term rates don't pay as much as short-term rates, which is crazy because of inflation and so forth. Dividends and stocks may be a better alternative for them, because it actually invests in some blue chip companies and pays in some cases a 2 to 3% dividend. Talk to your advisor, but that might be a way to help offset some of the inflation bug as well.
I guess too that some of these folks who are in the retiree category may have been a little bit more shielded than a lot of us who are exposed more to stocks than maybe they were, and maybe their portfolios didn't get hit as bad. In times of economic uncertainty, Derek, what are the biggest mistakes, though, that you see retirees making?
Well, I call this fighting against the Las Vegas mentality, Jason. Why I say that is, if people want to make more money, they're retired and they realize, look, I want to have more disposable income, they tend to want to take more risk, and they double down. They might hear a hot stock tip. They might hear somebody in their same age group say, we're making money here, you should too. Typically, by the time a hot stock tip gets to you, it has cooled dramatically. So you want to make sure you're very risk averse, or make sure that whatever you go into fits your goals and what you're comfortable with, so you can sleep well at night.
All right, so if you hear about that hot tip and everybody else is hearing it too, chances are it's not going to be so hot anymore. Derek Kinney, author of the new book, Good Money Revolution. Thanks for being with us today, Derek.
Thank you, Jason. Great to be with you.